And welcome everyone, Don Giannetti, lighting-essentials.com and project52prosystem.com. Today we're going to talk about a photographer that I followed for quite a while, even though he was so far out of my genre. He was a photojournalist, kind of a long-form photojournalist, look, life, those types of things. Not a newspaper photographer, so to speak, but a real photojournalist. I came across his work when I was in LA and kind of followed him ever since. He did an incredible story on the AIDS crisis, which you'll find linked down below, and he did a story on Chernobyl, and you'll find a couple of things down below. What Paul did was brought a sense of unbelievable humility and unbelievable humanity to the work that he did. He was as fascinated by people, all kinds of people, as he could be. We're going to look at just one of his many stories, because it's the one that really moves me because of his thinking process, because of the subject matter, because of what it was. It was a chance of a lifetime on an assignment for Look magazine to photograph the funeral train of Robert F. Kennedy. That usually takes about 3.5 hours to go from wherever it was going from. I don't remember. It was through Pennsylvania, I believe. It takes about 3.5 hours. It took 8 hours because there were so many people on the side of the train tracks. So many people to pay respects to this man that it was breathtaking. These are just regular people, not fancy people. Some of these people wore their best clothes that they owned to come stand there and pay respects to Robert F. Kennedy. It's a real moving, really powerful set of images. I've often wondered if I would ever be able to take a photograph as moving as any of these are. I doubt it. I don't think so. This is incredibly powerful work by a photographer who was put in a situation that he did not expect and responded beautifully. The work is shot on Kodachrome. It was shot on 35 millimeter Kodachrome. Kodachrome 25, I believe, which gave him a very slow shutter speed on an overcast day. And he shot 2,000 images in that 8-hour span. They traveled through rural areas, they traveled through urban areas, and everywhere they went there were crowds, and he photographed everything that he saw. I've seen this show in person. I've stood there and looked at the 16 by 20 prints, and they're just amazing. Just amazing. Cibachromes, 16 by 20 Cibachromes, and they're just incredible. So if sharpness is your bag and you really want to pixel peep, it may not be the right shots for you. But for those of us who that doesn't really matter, get a load of this. We're going to start out with this photograph right here. Young couple on a motorcycle in the field. Isn't that exquisite? Can you hear the train? Can you see the couple? Now, remember, he's not setting this up. He's not like, hey, can you move the bike a little bit to the left? Hold on, we got to get the strobes ready for you. None of that's going on. This is a man working from pure gut instinct and his pure sense of humanity, framing these pictures as they go by at probably, I think they said they were going about 25 or 30 miles an hour on a bumpy, moving rail car. Look at the shot. Breathtaking. A family out, the whole family out, pay their respects. Kids, moms, dads, holding the flag. A lot of movement in this picture. And I think the movement adds to the incredible power of the photographs. Look at this one. I have to take a break as I do these because they do evoke a lot of emotion in me. Just to see these people who walked, in most cases, walked miles, tens of miles, to get to the side of this train track to watch this. It's just, the humanity is amazing. Just amazing. Incredible shot. Here's a large group of people just out to see what's going on, just out to pay their respects. These people all had something else to do that day. These people took days off work. They left their families in some cases. They had people come babysit their kids in some cases. And they walked, hitchhiked, or whatever to get there. This is America. This truly is America, right here. American people. This is rural areas, poor parts of town. If there's even a town, rural America. People dressed up, people in ties. Look at this shot. Look at this. What an incredible photograph. He commented later that he didn't really know what it was going to be, but he knew it was going to be important. And interestingly enough, Look only ran 2 of the images. They did appear in a book done by a press that's no longer around. Paul Fusco had his own book named, just his work, and a few were printed in there that I saw. But they didn't really become famous until about 2008, when the people at Magnum were looking through his stuff and realized what they had and were like, oh my God, look at this. Sunday best. Look at the people on the baseball field, all standing reverently, looking at this train going by. Another era brought to us on vivid Kodachrome by a brilliant photographer. This is the best of what photography can be right here. This is the best of the power of photography right here. Wow. Just, to me, it's breathtaking. I mean, I just, I'd love to have a set of these images. I'd give anything to have a set of these images, but I'll never have one. They're very expensive, and probably rightfully so. When we get into town, into the urban areas, we still have people dressed up in their best to come see Bobby Kennedy's last trip. People from, look at this, we've got girls from probably a Catholic school, we've got nuns, we've got kids in their play clothes, we've got people just out here, everybody. It was just humanity. Just humanity. And of course, New York City. I believe it's New York City. It might be Philadelphia. I don't know. I'm sorry that I don't know the answer to that, but really just an amazing set of images. I think what I take away from Fusco's images here, for me, is that you never know when the simplest of assignments. He didn't expect this to be a big deal assignment. It was, he was going to shoot some pictures of the people on the train and shoot some stuff going on, whatever. This was all new. This was not known. This was not like, I mean, they didn't have Twitter, thank God. They didn't have Twitter back then or Facebook to organize it. This is just all from the heart, folks. That's the amazing thing. So not only is Fusco capturing something that has never happened before, or on a scale like this, he captures something that just happened on the serendipitous nature of humanity. There was no get out, go make sure you get out and see it. This was just people. They were people who wanted to come and pay their respects. And a great photographer captured these people and gave us a legacy that is astounding. Now, I'll say something here that may be a little bit controversial. I don't give a shit. I don't think this would be nearly as powerful if it was video. Okay? I just don't. I mean, if it was a video, I don't think I'd give a fuck. Okay? It's not video. These are still pictures. These people here are probably not with us anymore. These little guys might be in their 60s, but most of these people aren't with us anymore. And they're captured forever in this heroic sense of everyman coming out to see these pictures. Power of photography, the power of what Paul Fusco did this day, can't be it can't be explained any other way than just absolute genius. There are links down below to some things that you might want to check out on Paul Fusco. There's some links to Magnum, and you can buy prints and books and things over at Magnum, which would probably be a cool thing for Paul's family. Paul died last year, and there's a couple of links to his obits that talk about the funeral train, talk a little bit about the Chernobyl shoot, the AIDS shoot. These were long-term projects and such powerful imagery. All right, well, hey, if you like what I'm doing, hit the like button. I would appreciate a like button. It really helps me with the logarithms and all that crap on YouTube. And we will see you next time. Of course, I had to start the whole slideshow with the guys on the bike, so that's just me. Everybody have a great one. We'll see you next time.